Let's step back to 1900. This spacious Victorian home costs $4,800. Sounds like pocket change? Think again. With an average wage of just $450, you'd need 10 years of total income. And no banks would help. It was cash up front or nothing. 1905. The industrial boom is pulling people into crowded cities. The price ticks up to $5,100. While you earn $500, a detached house like this is a rare luxury. Most families are crammed into tenements, dreaming of this kind of space. By 1910, stability rules. The price sits at $5,400. Salaries creep to $574. But ownership is risky. Mortgages are short, dangerous 5-year loans. One missed payment, one lost job, and the bank takes your home instantly. No safety nets. 1915. War erupts in Europe. Prices rise slowly to $5,700 as materials go to the front lines. Your salary hits $687. This 1,500 square foot house is usually packed with huge multi-generational families just to split the cost. 1920. The Roaring Twenties. Optimism explodes. The price nearly doubles to $9,450, but wages jump to $1,489. Electricity finally lights up the rooms. For the first time, the middle class starts to believe this dream is actually reachable. 1925. The party is in full swing. Easy credit floods the market. The price peaks at $9,750. Suburbs are stretching out along new trolley lines. It feels like the good times will never end, and real estate can only go up. 1929. The summit before the fall. The house hits a record $11,200. You earn $1,550 and feel wealthy. But in October, Wall Street shatters. Overnight, the credit freezes, and this valuable asset turns into a heavy financial anchor. 1930. The slide begins. The value dips to $10,600, but your salary drops too, to $1,368. Panic sets in. Banks are collapsing, taking savings with them. Short-term mortgages expire, and millions realize they can't pay the principal. 1933. The 1965. The winds are changing. Vietnam spending heats up the economy. Price, $21,500. Wages, $6,900. For the first time, you notice inflation creeping in. Home prices start rising slightly faster than your paycheck. 1970. The end of stability. The house jumps to $35,100. Salary is $9,400. The gold standard is abandoned next year, and money changes forever. Houses start getting bigger, but our standard 1,500 square foot home remains the baseline. 1975. Stagflation hits hard. The oil crisis stalls the economy, yet prices skyrocket to $58,900. Wages lag at $11,800. People stop seeing a house as just a home and start treating it as their primary investment asset. 1980. The shock. Price hits $96,900. But the real killer isn't the price, it's the mortgage rates at 18%. Even with $12,500 a year, monthly payments triple. The working class is suddenly locked out of the market. 1985. The yuppie boom. Rates drop and Wall Street surges. The house hits $126,000. Your salary is $16,000. The economy recovers, but the gap widens. Buying a home now requires 2 incomes instead of 1. 1990. Recession returns. The Gulf War and oil spikes cool the market. The house is $184,500. Wages are $21,000. New mansions are being built everywhere, making our standard 1,500 square foot home look modest by comparison. 1995. The calm before the storm. The internet age begins. Price, $199,000. Salary, $24,700. The economy is strong and housing feels steady. It's the last time the market feels truly balanced for the average buyer. 2000. The millennium. The dot-com bubble bursts in stocks, scaring investors into real estate. The house jumps to $247,000. Earning $30,000, you now need over 8 years of total salary to buy it. The bubble inflates. 2005. Peak mania. Subprime loans allow anyone to buy, even without income. The price explodes to $361,000. Wages barely move to $33,000. It makes no mathematical sense, but greed drives the market to insanity. 2007. The tipping point. An all-time high of $386,000. Suddenly, teaser rates reset. People can't pay. Foreclosure signs start appearing on lawns. The massive house of cards begins to wobble. 2008. The crash. Lehman Brothers fails. The global economy stops. The price drops to $340,000, but it's free-falling. Millions are underwater, owing more than their home is worth. The American dream becomes a nightmare. 2010. Ghost towns. Banks own millions of empty homes. The price hits $332,000. Construction stops completely. Even with prices down, fear rules the market. An entire generation becomes scared of ownership. 2012. The bottom. Prices stabilize at $367,500. Regular people are broke, so Wall Street firms like BlackRock step in. They buy entire neighborhoods of these small homes to rent them back to you forever. 2015. The recovery. Tech giants drive prices up to $444,000. Gentrification accelerates. This standard 1,500 square foot home, once for factory workers, is now a luxury cottage, unattainable for the service class. 2020. The pandemic. The Fed prints $4 trillion to save the economy. Rates hit 0%. Work from home causes a panic rush for space. Inventory vanishes overnight and bidding wars begin. 2022. Inflation returns. The house spikes to $588,000. It's panic buying. People pay $50,000 over asking price for a 100-year-old box, desperate to lock in a rate before they rise. 2024, the crisis. That same house is now $630,000. With rates at 7% and a $59,000 salary, it costs over 10 times your income. The ladder has been pulled up. The standard home is now a luxury good. The data proves it. The American dream is harder to reach than ever. Is this a bubble about to burst or the new reality? Comment your prediction below. If you value cold, hard facts, like this video and subscribe to Nominal. See you next time.